Here are 3 signs that you can use to know someone's soul is like confiscated, compromised, going through it, getting worked. I mean, you get the message. The first sign is that they ugly. Nah, I'm just playing. But it's that if you compare them to other people, they just look worse than them. And I don't mean this in like a beauty standard or looks maxing point of view. Hold up, let me cook, let me cook. When you talk to them, they just feel off. They feel lethargic, tired, non-existent. They're like a bot. They don't have that glow in their skin. They don't have that twinkle in their eye because whatever is inside them is not there. Your soul is what makes you who you are. Whatever is on the inside is often reflected on the outside. But if what's on the inside is dwindled, confiscated, or going through it, then the outside will follow just like that. Your body often portrays what you struggle with, what your soul struggles with, whether it's anger, lust, greed, gluttony, or any other vices. So that's why it's so important to do the inner work, because once you fix what's on the inside, the outside follows suit. And the second sign is that they don't have dreams anymore. Dreams are a way for God and our higher self to talk to us. God talked to most of the prophets through dreams. Dreams are basically a way for us to connect to the other world, the spiritual world. But most people are too addicted to their vices, which stops them from dreaming. This can be seen as drugs, gambling, lust, alcohol, and other addictions. If they constantly think about them and act upon them, then those vices have their soul in their hands. Physically, these vices can be seen as addictions or low self-control, but spiritually, these vices are basically spiritual entities or parasites that the person has to battle. They're basically sucking the energy off. They want our divinity, our divine energy. That's what they're here for, and everybody has it. But these vices are there to basically hinder us from obtaining our true divine state, our divine nature, our creativity. So it's pretty important that you don't let these vices take control of your life for your health, wealth, and spirituality. Ever wonder why most of the clubs and bars are open at night? Because they don't want you to sleep, to dream. Ever wonder why most drugs and alcohol affect REM sleep? Because most dreams happen during REM sleep. And the third and last sign is that they're always on their fucking period. Or in other words, they have consistent mood swings. If they have consistent mood swings when you're talking to them, it's either that they really need some help or that their soul is under attack. Probably both, if I'm being honest. This can often happen due to soul ties as well as spiritual parasites. Soul ties, if you didn't know, happen to you when you have sexual relations with someone else and that person is connected to you spiritually. That's why you see people in healthy relationships know when their significant other is feeling off, because they share a soul tie. Now imagine that for people with multiple bodies. They have multiple soul ties, multiple spiritual connections to people. And also, having soul ties means that you share the other person's baggage, trauma, as well as parasite. When in a healthy relationship, you have time to work it out and get over it. But imagine that in our hookup culture with a person with multiple bodies. They must be going through hell talking to demons and shit. Sex basically stands for sacred energy exchange. That's why marriage is so sacred. Sex is supposed to be done within the bounds of marriage, but that's not the case within our hookup culture, this promiscuous society. The people in charge programmed our society that way so they can take our energy and see us suffer. Our suffering basically fuels them. And the only way to fix this is through prayer and fasting. Fast those parasites, starve them bitches, and you pray for yourself and the other people you have ties with, and you'll get better slowly but surely. Well, that's all for now. Hope this helps. Thank you for watching. Hey, start talking to yourself like this. I am healthy, I am wealthy, I am rich. I got a bad bit. Yeah.